Good morning, welcome to a daily vlog. I decided this week I would shoot a daily vlog rather than what I normally do, which is film throughout the whole week, because it's truly just been another boring week of lockdown. So hoping I'll get up to more exciting things today and tell you about anything that did happen this week. So I'm gonna start my day. Got my little fluff here and we are going to go down and get some breakfast. Hello. We have to get up. We gotta get up. You're keeping me hostage in this living room because you're on my legs and I need to get started with my day. It has been so cold and dry lately that my skin just feels like it needs to take all the dead skin off. So I'm gonna do a quick little face mask. I would normally do this sort of thing at night, but I'm hoping to do some filming today, so I decided that I would do it this morning just so my skin feels a little more refreshed and glowy. I thought while my mask was working its magic, I would show you something that I came across recently. So I have subscribed, Chris, to the Dollar Shave Club for a while. And in the first subscription, they send you a handle for a razor blade. And then in the following months, you can set up subscription for blades. And I wondered why they didn't have something similar for women, but I finally came across it. So this is Joy Shave, and I believe it's by PG brand. So I set up the first subscription and I got a choice of 3 different colors for handles. I picked pink, but there was also teal and yellow. And then I got 2 Gillette blades, which have 5 blades, and then a little suction cup thing for the shower. So the idea is that in 3 months or whenever you want, they'll send you a pack of 4 razors. So I'm gonna try this out. This isn't sponsored. I just needed a new razor and I thought that I would try this out, and I think this is much prettier than the handle Chris gets. But this is what Chris's is, and then this one was just Joy Shave. I'm sure if you Google it'll come up, so looking forward to trying that. I told my coworker about it and she ordered it right away, so there's 2 of us trying it out. Chris called while I was washing off my face mask, so I continued to get ready. I used the Hourglass primer. I used a bit of this halo because I think we're gonna go for a walk today, and just my usuals. But I think the plan is that we're gonna go for a big walk. I thought we were just gonna do a local walk, but a bigger walk, so I'm not gonna do much more makeup until I come home later, and then likely curl my hair and put on a little more makeup. I'm actually worried that we're gonna be taking so long walking that by the time we get back, I actually won't be able to film, because it's much better to film in beautiful natural daylight. But anyways, he's gonna have some breakfast, and then I'll take you for a walk with me. I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that. I just got back from our walk. If you didn't catch it, we went to Tommy Thompson Park, which is the little spit of land that comes out from the city and looks back at the city skyline, and it's absolutely beautiful. I think that the total walk, if you go all the way to the end past the bridge, is about 8 kilometers, so I'm definitely feeling tired. When I was getting out of the car, I said to Chris, it feels like after a day of skiing, because you're cold and you're tired and you're hungry and your muscles ache. But it's a beautiful and sunny day here, and of course when it's beautiful and sunny in the winter, it means that it's freezing cold, so it was very chilly. I'm just about to warm up some quiche for some lunch, and then I'm thinking that I will not film the video I was planning to film today. I'm gonna have to wait and do it another day, just because I don't want to spend the rest of the day doing that, because it's 2:30, so I don't have much more daylight. I'd love to have something nice for tea, and then I think we're making pizza for dinner. I know you're gonna think that I make pizza all the time, but we're really enjoying this recipe, so I'm thinking that I will actually walk through it in this vlog in case you've never made pizza. It's super easy and yummy, and of course there's a Leafs game tonight, so that's what Chris wants. I was hoping we were gonna have a cute date night and watch the Downton Abbey movie because we just finished watching the entire series over again, but anyways, that is not the plan, but I'll still make the pizza for him, and yeah. We're just sitting in the living room waiting for the quiche to warm up and enjoying the beautiful sunlight, and look at the way that the stained glass shines on the wall on a sunny day. It's so pretty. I feel like not much happened this week, and that's why I didn't end up vlogging throughout the week. It would have been boring, so I thought better to just do a daily vlog and kind of catch you up on what did happen. So the other night I got a notification that the rug I wanted was back in stock, but when I looked, they didn't have the size that I wanted, but they'd restocked everything under the size I wanted. I wanted around 8 by 10. So for an hour, I just kept refreshing and refreshing and refreshing, and eventually the one I wanted was in stock. So when I went to go check out, there was only 9 left in stock. After I checked out, there was 5, and then I tried to post it to my stories, and at that time there was only 2, and then someone tried to order it and it was already sold out. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but I'm really excited to get mine. I'm still waiting on the second ottoman. Lily is just basking away in the sun there. I've also got my curtain rods hung up here and in the dining room, which is very exciting because I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to make the curtains. So that project will be over with, which I am super excited about. I got a few little deliveries this week, not very exciting, but I will go show you those. And I'll try to think of anything else happened this week. It was a pretty slow week, I gotta say. Not super exciting, but I now have these little pumps at my front and back door filled with hand sanitizer. So I'll show you more details about that in a minute. I fiddled with this a little bit, but I got these new little brass pots. It was a set of 2, got them on Amazon, but it had to ship from the US, so it did take a few weeks, so I will link those. I think that they are so cute. I just love how they look rustic and that little beading detail at the top. And then let me show you the sanitizer. This is the sanitizer I got on Amazon, and I decided to buy a refill pack because I thought it would be nicer to have these amber bottles around the house rather than regular sanitizer. So I bought a pack of 4 of these and then filled it with this. It actually smells pretty good. Chris doesn't like, he wished I bought unscented, but I think it smells pretty good. And then I'll show you this. So we have this newfound obsession with Reese's Thins. If you've never tried these, the only place I've really been able to find them is Costco. But I did see on Amazon they do sell them, so if you're wanting to try these, they are incredible, I think, and Chris. Pretty much everyone we get to try these thinks that they're better than the regular Reese's. So you can try them on Amazon, but you can get this big package of them at Costco. And we were running low on them and some other Costco things, and I found out that you can order Costco on Instacart. I don't normally use Instacart, but I went on there just for this. I ordered 2 of those. Told you they're a bad obsession of ours. As well as some other grocery items that we needed from Costco. I ordered it at like 10:30 at night, and by 11 the next morning, a big box of all of our stuff had arrived. So I really enjoyed that. I think that it was an additional $5 to use Instacart for the delivery fee, and then you tip the driver person. So I mean, it was more expensive, but overall, I think the convenience of not having to go to Costco was very good, because we do have a Costco membership, but honestly, If I didn't share it with my mom, I'm not sure if we would have one, just because we don't go nearly enough. Living in the city is just not convenient. Like, I don't drive anywhere. Chris drives to work sometimes. But yeah, so Instacart was great, and I didn't buy anything more than what I needed, which was amazing. Also, you see all this stuff in the background? So this week, my dad showed up with 6 huge bins, 6 of these, of stuff from my childhood. He is cleaning out his garage and his loft because he wants to make a workshop area, which is great because I'm hoping that he will work on some projects with me. But because of that, I had to go through all these bins. It was very nostalgic because some of the bins were filled with stuff from my childhood, some also very hilarious things from like grade 7 through 9 of like mini diary entries. Like, I didn't really keep a diary, but I found some really funny things from then. And then also some nostalgic things. So I'll insert a clip here. Some 90 Babies things that you guys hopefully will remember. And a ton of school notes. Like, the recycling guy is gonna hate me when I go to put this out, unfortunately. Recycling person. I think it is a man though, but I'm gonna have to spread it out because there's just so much paper to recycle, unfortunately. But it's all of my school notes from grade 7 through university. This is the most nostalgic 90s bin I've ever seen in my life. So this is all stuff from my childhood. So I've got this Tamagotchi. Got this TNA bag. I've got these little things. Does anyone remember these? My goodness. I've got Barbie clothes. I've got a whole thing of Polly Pocket. I've got this little kind of Polly Pocket shoe fairy thing. A ton of lip smackers. All this glitter. What else have I got? Some toe socks. There is just stuff everywhere. I have this big boom box. I hardly remembered this, but they're Clickets. I vaguely remember that. I remember being so excited at Christmas when I got this robot dog for Christmas. Just so much stuff. Oh, also these. I don't know if you remember these being in vending machines. They're little Winnie the Poohs, but they all had different outfits. They came, in little vending machines for $2 at the gas stations on the highway. Oh gosh, so many things. Of course I'm gonna keep this, but it's just, oh, look at this. Old Timex, so funny. I wore this all the time as a kid. Lost track of time, but I need to make the pizza dough because it needs a few hours to rise, so it's super simple. I'm just going to show you quickly how to do it, and then we'll let it rise for 2 to 3 hours, and then we can bake it. Start off by adding 2 cups of flour to the bowl. Then we need 2 teaspoons of salt, a half of a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of instant yeast. So make sure that it is instant. It says on the package, instant yeast. So I'm just gonna mix this up with a fork. It says to use a whisk, but when you add the water, all of the dough is gonna get sucked up into the middle of the whisk, and it's gonna be way too hard to get it out. So done that, and then I'm gonna take my cup and I'm gonna fill it with a full cup of warm water. So you wanna make sure it's warm and not hot. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast and then it won't rise. So I'm gonna add about 3/4 of a cup, and then I'll put that last quarter aside. Just start mixing. So then let's add a little bit more. Sometimes you don't need the full cup. That's why I always add it gradually. It just depends on how good your measuring was. But since it's almost completely clumped together, I'm just gonna scrape that off. And I'm gonna put the dough hook on. And if you don't have a mixer, you can just knead it on the counter by hand. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna add a little bit extra flour because it is quite sticky and I think it needs to be a bit more smooth than sticky. So if you were kneading this by hand, you would flour the surface, so that's why I don't feel too bad about putting the extra flour on it if it is feeling a bit sticky, so it's feeling a lot smoother. So I'm just going to take this off. It's stuck. There we go. You're supposed to put it in a well-oiled bowl while it rises, so I'm just gonna lift this out. Oil the bowl a little bit. Let's see if I can spread that around. It'd be better if I had a little paper towel to smooth it, but anyways, I'm gonna pop it in there and then I'm going to cover it. You can cover it with just saran wrap, but because I have the plastic bowl covers, they stretch over, so I'm gonna put it on top. So I like to put it on an air vent to rise. I find that's the warmest spot in my house. If you live in a warmer house, you probably can do without, or if you have a fire on, it's really good to sit beside the fire, not so that it's burning hot, but, and like I said, we're gonna leave that for at least 2 hours for it to rise. I think it should almost double in size, and then at that point I'll turn the oven on and roll it out to make my pizza. I just made the decision that for tea I'm gonna make scones. So I printed a little recipe off. I'll link it in the description. But that is a plan, and I will do a time lapse. I won't walk you through it because this is way more complicated than pizza dough. In the comatose, baby going down, 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 baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. All right, I made some almond raspberry ones and then some just chocolate chip ones because Chris likes chocolate and everything. So I'm gonna pop these in and hopefully they turn out pretty good. Looks so yummy, so I'm gonna tuck into that with some tea and my little snuggle buddy. Chris had a super long night at work, so he's asleep, so he can have one of these later and I'll wake him up in time for the game. Also, earlier today, my dad was cleaning more stuff out of his garage and found a little console table that when my grandparents, his parents, went into an old age home, they were getting rid of furniture and I took it. This was like 4 years ago, I want to say, maybe longer. But I said I wanted it and forgotten all about it, and it's in my dad's loft, and I think my grandpa made it, so hopefully I will get that very soon, and maybe it will fit in the front because you guys know I've been struggling with the table in the front there, and then this would solve all problems, and yeah, we'll see. If not, I'm going to use it somewhere else for sure, but thought that was kind of nice. And then he also has a bunch of other stuff that truly we will just put into storage or donate, but yeah. I just got a mostly unsuccessful delivery from Amazon, but one thing I did order was this roll of kind of like door flaps. So this door, you can see it has this little flap, but I need it for a few different spots, so I'll show you. So I got it up, I put it along the side here, and then along the bottom. The bottom I think might be an issue just because it's only sticky, so I'm worried that it will not work with the mat here, but I have mentioned before we're hoping to switch that up. And I didn't do anything along the top or along the other side. I don't think it's necessary. I don't feel any cold air coming through there, but I think even in the time that I've just done that, that is going to make a huge improvement. So I think hopefully later tonight I should know, because it will warm up in there. And right now it's honestly freezing cold. So I will let you know how that works. And later when Chris is up, I will put the rest of that roll up in the bedroom. There's still a ton left, so that is why I was happy to find that versus just buying the ones that were specifically for the bottom of the door, because it would have been a lot more costly. It's pizza time, so I'm going to show you how the dough has risen, and then I'll show you how to roll it out, and then you probably get the rest. As you can see, it's all puffed up from earlier, so I'm going to start rolling it out. So the recipe says to put the oven up to the highest temperature that it can go. So this one goes to 500, but she says don't put it on broil, so 500 it is. So I'm going to do that while I am getting the pizza dough ready. And I'm going to put these away, but they were very good. Looks so good. There's Chris's. Feel bad because I didn't have the proper toppings, but he will survive it. Apparently Chris was wrong and there is no hockey game tonight, so we're watching the Downton Abbey movie, so I won. And we got some yummy pizza. The movie was really good. I think we must have watched it when it came out, but we had seen the actual show many years before, so we didn't, I guess, appreciate it as much, but we loved it so much. I'm just making muffins for Chris to take to work with him tomorrow, because I should have done it earlier. And also, I was hoping to work on the curtains for the living room and dining room tomorrow, but an important piece that I need for it that stiffens the pleats at the top didn't come in time. Says it might not even come for 2 weeks, and then the thread I ordered isn't a good match, so we decided better to just wait. So sadly the rolls remain on the floor for even longer, and now tomorrow is freed up, so maybe I'll do that video I talked about today tomorrow while Chris is working, and then sort out all of this recycling from the stuff of my childhood. Nonetheless, I said it was going to be just a daily vlog, so I'm going to wrap things up here. Sorry it wasn't super exciting. I feel like each week I say that, but this week we are going to get a bonus video on Wednesday, so feel free to come back to find out what that's going to be. It's going to be more of like a dedicated themed video rather than just a vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great week.